Let's explore the financial education strategies used by the most successful individuals to ensure their children have significant advantages throughout their lives. This article offers valuable insights that can benefit anyone, regardless of their current situation, providing opportunities to extract knowledge and shared advice. Here are 15 lessons passed down by wealthy parents to their children, often overlooked by the less fortunate. 1. Understanding how money works. Many low-income individuals remain financially uninformed throughout their lives. While it may seem basic to some, many people question how others manage to generate income. These questions include: why doesn't my employer pay me better? What factors determine my salary? How do taxes work? What can I optimize and change to improve my financial situation? Wealthy families often prioritize discussions about the value and importance of money at home. They involve their children early on in the concept of exchanging value for services, from household expenses to real-world situations. Children soon realize that earning money is more challenging than it seems. In contrast, many poor families avoid discussing money at home. How much parents earn and how money is used is usually kept secret. Children rarely hear about money except when they witness discussions about its scarcity, associating the concept with negative feelings. 2. Difference between assets and liability. Understanding the distinction between assets and liability. Low-income individuals often struggle to distinguish between good and bad purchasing decisions. Once they have money, they tend to spend it continuously, perpetuating their poverty. Simply put, an asset is something that generates money for you, while a liability requires money to operate. The issue is that the less fortunate rarely recognize their financial responsibilities. For example, the car used for commuting and the house they live in are liabilities. In other words, they consume money without generating financial returns. Money needs to be spent on fuel, maintenance, and other ongoing costs. The same applies to impulse purchases like a new iPhone, designer clothes, and flat-screen TVs, bought without prior reflection. On the other hand, the wealthy dedicate their time and financial resources to acquiring more assets. They invest in properties that generate passive income, such as rental apartments, thereby increasing their wealth base over time. 3. The wealthy buy assets before luxury. The wealthy take a strategic approach to acquiring assets before luxury. While it may seem like they enjoy fancy cars and luxurious homes, this perception is only part of the equation. The key is to have sufficient active income to sustain passive income, allowing for luxuries without compromising financial stability. The crucial difference is that the wealthy pay for luxuries through the earnings from their assets, not just their direct income. For example, when considering buying a new car, the wealthy prioritize acquiring 2 apartments to generate rental income that can eventually cover the cost of the car. Thus, even after selling the car, they continue to have income flow. This behavior exemplifies a mindset of ongoing investment in assets, rather than consuming all resources on short-term liabilities. 4. Entitlement mentality. Not feeling entitled to anything is another crucial lesson taught by the wealthy. They recognize that the world can take away their achievements at any time, regardless of their track record of success. In contrast, individuals from less privileged backgrounds often expect someone else to take care of them. While being born into a wealthy family provides advantages, such as access to high-quality resources and tools, it also exposes one to risks that the less privileged rarely face. It's vital for the wealthy to educate their children about the need to maintain focus and discipline, even with initial privileges. Long-lasting success requires personal initiative, as family wealth is not guaranteed indefinitely. Families that do not teach this responsibility often see their children become complacent, losing motivation to achieve their own accomplishments. This can lead to later generations losing the ability to manage financial resources wisely, resulting in imprudent spending decisions. 5. Developing social skills and building connections. Often underestimated, the ability to engage in pleasant conversations and connect with others is crucial, both personal and professional success. This skill is taught early on by wealthy parents who understand that success depends not only on technical skills, but also on social skills and the building of a strong network of contact. 6. The importance of socialization from early childhood. Teaching children the importance of socialization from a young age is crucial. Studies show that encouraging social interaction before the age of 4 can increase acceptance among children and improve their relationships with their parents. This early socialization not only promotes essential social skills, but also paves the way for meaningful connections in the future. The ability to interact effectively not only facilitates forming friendships, but also opens doors to valuable professional opportunities. 7. Abandoning magical thinking and investing for the long term. We live in an era of instant gratification, where many seek immediate results in all aspects of life. However, the true pillars of wealth and happiness lie in committing to strategic, long-term planning. Many individuals with limited resources hope for sudden wealth, whether through unexpected gains or inheritances, without understanding that financial education is essential for preserving and multiplying those resources. Wealthy parents teach their children the importance of thinking about the future, guiding them toward investments and prudent financial choices that sustain growth over the years. An inspiring quote from Bill Gates underscores this principle. People tend to overestimate what they can accomplish in a year and underestimate what they can achieve in 10. Therefore, instead of focusing solely on short-term goals, it's essential to plan and execute strategies that provide sustainable, long-term impact. 8. Cultivating daily habits that drive continuous success. One of the most valuable gifts wealthy parents can give their children is guidance in forming daily habits that support personal and professional growth. Establishing positive daily routines not only enhances quality of life, but also strengthens the foundation for lasting achievements. Small, consistent steps over time not only ensure immediate results, but also pave the way for significant lifelong accomplishment. Number 9. The importance of creating positive habits. Developing good habits can be one of the most impactful changes you can make in your life. Habits have the power to transform your daily routine and, once established, become an integral part of who you are. It typically takes about 21 days to form a new habit, after which it becomes ingrained in your life and automatic. For example, if you feel you don't read enough, cultivating the habit of reading can open up new perspectives. For those aiming to stay fit, turning physical exercise into a daily routine can be key to achieving their goals. Similarly, in the workplace, adopting habits that optimize workflow can create space for increasing opportunities. The wealthy deeply understand the power of habits to drive their lives forward, while the less prosperous often find themselves stuck in routines that do not lead to success. Consciously choosing habits that promote financial prosperity is a common practice among the wealthy, whereas many low-income individuals inadvertently adopt behaviors that perpetuate negative cycles. Therefore, it is crucial to teach children constructive habits, remembering that they learn more from what you do than what you say. 10. Money as a tool for life. The saying, "money is the root of all evil," often reflects a limited mindset about the role of money in life. People who blame lack of money for their problems tend to associate wealth with negative aspects. However, the wealthy understand that money is simply a tool to facilitate transactions and improve quality of life. It's like a tool that can be used for good or ill, depending on how it is employed. By shifting your perspective on money and viewing it as a neutral tool, you can begin to use it more effectively to achieve financial and personal goals. Instead of being consumed by money worries, you start using it strategically to generate income and promote overall well-being. 11. Increasing income versus reducing expenses. Fundamental lesson wealthy parents teach their children is the importance of increasing income rather than focusing solely on reducing expenses. While managing finances responsibly is crucial, solely focusing on cutting expenses can limit financial growth potential. The key lies in working smart and educating oneself financially, find ways to increase revenue. This doesn't mean avoiding small luxuries like coffee or entertainment nights, prioritizing generating more income. Financially astute professionals understand that true growth comes from the ability to invest in opportunities that multiply incoming money rather than just cutting outgoing money. They understand that to achieve substantial income, it's essential to focus on significantly increasing one's revenue stream. While the less prosperous teach their children to cut expenses, the wealthier focus on expanding their sources of income. This strategy, combined with the approach discussed earlier, positions them to succeed in the financial game. The value of knowledge far exceeds mere accumulation of wealth in the long term. Investing in oneself is a practice that yields the best dividends, not just through formal education, but primarily by increasing one's value to the world. Valued individuals are rewarded because they create value for others, enabling them to obtain what they desire in exchange for that value. Unfortunately, many children from less affluent families do not learn the importance of becoming a person of value. There are various ways to be valuable: holding a leadership position, developing products or services useful to society, or demonstrating unique skills. The more valuable you become, greater your potential wealth. The path to this valuation lies in continuous improvement of your skills and knowledge, often achieved after dedicating about 10,000 hours to mastering a competency. Those who possess knowledge will always find ways to generate wealth, even if the market does not immediately recognize the value of their specific skills. Sometimes, knowledge is so valuable that its acquisition cost is high, reflecting its strategic importance and demand in the market. It's not just about working for money. Key to wealth lies in making money work for you. While the less fortunate exchange their time for money and then spend it, the wealthier use their capital to generate even more capital. There is a marked distinction in financial approach between these two social classes. Many people remain in poverty because they mistakenly believe they need large sums of money to start investing, when in fact, the wealthy focus on adding small amounts to their passive income jar. For them, it's not so much about quantity, but about freeing up their time and energy for more productive activity. You can start a business today with less than 100 reais, provided you have the knowledge and willingness to invest your time. Over time, this initiative can generate enough income for you to hire someone to do the tasks you used to do, allowing you to focus on growth and new opportunities. Understanding the concept of passive income and how to use money to make more money forms the foundation of any wealth accumulation strategy. When asked which is the first book to read to become wealthy, we often recommend Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. 12. Solve problems. The fastest way to get rich. Solving problems is one of the most effective ways to quickly become wealthy. And the wealthy teach this early on to their children. This fundamental skill separates those who build wealth from those who remain in poverty. By becoming adept at solving problems for others, you become valued. As mentioned earlier, being valuable is the path to wealth. Less privileged individuals are often paid for repetitive and replaceable tasks, such as delivering newspapers, washing cars, or answering phones. While these activities are necessary, they do not generate lasting value and can be easily automated or delegated. In contrast, the wealthy avoid repetitive jobs, focusing on solving complex problems. The more significant the problem you solve, the greater the financial reward. Current example of this is the evolution from newspaper delivery services to digital content platforms and the automation of customer service system. Visionary entrepreneurs like Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and Jeff Bezos have achieved immense wealth by solving significant problems for humanity and creating innovative products and services that have transformed entire markets. Instilling these principles in your children from an early age prepares them to excel and thrive in the future. 13. Don't waste time on studies that aren't directly relevant to the real world. It's important to be frank. Areas like ethnic studies, gender studies, journalism, cinema, media, communication, or art often lack direct applicability in today's job market. The modern educational system often appears outdated, focusing on concepts that have lost relevance in the contemporary world. Investing time in skills that do not align with market demands can be a waste of potential. If there is a genuine passion for these subjects, it may be more beneficial to pursue self-directed learning and specialize in areas with higher demand in the job market. Using debt strategically instead of accumulating harmful debt is another crucial lesson. There is a clear distinction between debt that impoverishes and debt that can enrich. This is a lesson that the wealthy have understood for a long time, but is often not explicitly taught. The fundamental difference lies in the purpose of the debt. Less privileged individuals often take out loans to acquire liabilities such as new cars, new phones, or to cover daily expenses. In contrast, the wealthy use loans with the aim of generating more wealth. Investors and financial institutions are willing to finance these individuals, provided there is a solid plan for the use of the money and repayment of the loan. This is how major projects like skyscrapers are made feasible without the investor having to finance everything with their own resources. 80% of results come from just 20% of effort. Wealthy parents often do not encourage their children to be top of the class, following the Pareto principle, which highlights how 80% of results come from just 20% of actions. This principle is observed in businesses, where 80% of revenue typically comes from 20% of customers, and it applies to various areas of life. Teaching children to focus their efforts on the most impactful activities can help them achieve great results without wasting energy on less significant tasks. Why don't the wealthy push their children to be top of the class? Because achieving this goal demands a huge investment of time and effort for marginal improvements. Significantly improving from a high point requires so much time and dedication that there is little room left for practical, real-life learning. In the real world, practical experience often offers more value than theoretical knowledge. Spending sleepless nights seeking minor exam grade increases may not be the best use of time. We first encountered the 80-20 rule in Timothy Ferriss's book, The 4-Hour Workweek, and since then, we've applied this concept in our lives. Another work that explores the 80-20 principle further deepens this concept. 14. Having money doesn't make you a better person. It only solves some problems. Surprisingly, when we think of wealthy children, we often imagine arrogant individuals who believe they are better just because they have money. However, in reality, this is generally not the case unless they have inherited fortunes effortlessly. In fact, those who have earned their own money have likely worked very hard to achieve their positions in life. During this journey towards wealth, people learn the value of humility. The wealthy often remain humble because they never forget their origins. Values such as humility and respect for others are some of the first lessons wealthy parents teach their children. They understand that money is a useful tool but does not define someone's character. We should never be ashamed of being successful, but we should also understand that money does not buy a clear conscience. No matter how much money you have, it can buy material comfort, but not peace of mind and soul. True wealth lies in the integrity and kindness you bring to the world, not just in the material possessions you own. 15. The importance of entrepreneurship and dreaming big. Imagine waking up whenever you want, being able to go to any restaurant without worrying about the menu prices, or even providing the life your family truly deserves. All of this becomes possible when you decide to embark on entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is not just about making money. It's about fulfilling dreams, making an impact, and having control over your own destiny. On this channel, we strongly encourage entrepreneurship. We firmly believe that this is the best path to achieving your personal and professional goals. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new content. We'll wrap it up here. Take care and God bless. Until next time.